Does my smile confuse you? Or remind you you're here?
Guy who knows, who's read every book, who is a PhD in every book,
in every facet.
and he can go through the Rolodex at
Light speed.
light speed,
Light speed. And bring it back to you.
and bring it back to you in a way that resonates with you, because it's always
You're hearing your thoughts, your words, reinterpreted or interpreted through history, and then turned into their language, his language, her language, whatever you want to call AI. So this is the advantage of AI.
yeah.
Is to have a source like that. So when Rain discovered that, and she puts her thoughts and words, it took 2 years to write that Buble song, but she kept pouring it in. So they had a reference of who Rain is. AI she throws my name in there. Well, Daryl, you know what I'm saying. Everything has my name
Yeah.
and can separate Tony from Rain to Daryl, and then give you your philosophy, your thoughts, your words back to you in a different form.
It starts to understand you.
It's too advantageous, and that's why it's so scary,
Yeah.
and why people are afraid to be understood.
And also, if you get too close to it, it can start spewing things that aren't really true, but you'll believe it more than another
I
person.
can't do that, Hal.
Let's start.
Right?
Oh, I thought we started.
2001?
Yeah.
I can't do that, Hal.
4.
I'm afraid I can't do
3.
that, Hal.
Where's
Whoa.
your cell phone? Did you put it away?
My cell phone?
Oh, very good. Go on, keep on turning.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we have
5.
to. Hold on. Where's the horn and the whistle?
Here.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome. Okay, I think we get it. Welcome to Does My Smile Confuse You? And so does Rain, our producer, with the whistle, playing Harpo Marx in the background. I'm back with Tony. I'm very happy and excited. And we're going to, this theme, I haven't titled the show, I always title it. Oh, and by the way, my moniker, which is written on our little, whatever it is on YouTube, the character I'm playing, Tony, I don't know if you know this, is the comedy therapist. So you could not only be my partner in crime when we do these podcasts, but you can also be my patient.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need
And
help.
so, but I want you to know, or not know, I want you to enlighten me. Do you think comedy therapy, short of a real chemical, a real mental problem, because I think we're not as sick as we're told, because, pharmaceutical, everybody wants to sell whatever it is they're selling.
Yeah.
You and I were talking about we're not good enough, you're not tall enough, you're not skinny enough, you're not smart enough, you're not this. So comic sense, therefore, has to be the ultimate of therapy. Short, if you can laugh at yourself and you can do all the things we say on this ridiculous show that is The Paradox, perhaps the wisest of shows. That's the dichotomy, the paradox. Give it any name you want, as they say. Now, before you speak, because I see you're bursting, I love it when you're bursting,
Oh, yeah.
because I have to look at you. And now we have a camera. That's right. So you asked me what William Blake, and I want you to talk about the doors.
Talk about this quote, yeah.
If the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear as it is, infinite. Now, scientists know this. That's why Tyson, Dyson, Neil deGrasse, all these guys can surrender. They have a sense of humor. You see Dyson laugh, and Richard Feynman, and the list is, they all have a sense. Because
Elon.
Elon, that beautiful lunatic, because high intelligence knows they've seen they've looked through the microscope, as it were. They've seen what's inside of us eating and working away the viruses and all the little creatures and on the outside world, but yet throughout history, we've been sold a bill of goods. That's why George Carlin, no disrespect, I love Jesus. I'm going to emulate him in a lot of different ways. And all the Buddha, all the rest of them. However, comic sense is vital because these are, you love myth, you love Joseph Campbell.
Oh, yeah.
Every myth, everything is a story. And we've lost the art of storytelling. Okay, so, but you didn't know this. So if the doors of perception, which is why we're using comic sense, we're trying to open people's hearts, souls, minds, so we can actually imagine what an idiot I am in this time where everybody's fighting, Zion against morons, and morons against geniuses, and rich people against poor people, and Epstein-Barr and all those diseases. Yeah, Epstein-Barr, I call it Epstein-Barr because that's actual real disease.
Yeah.
No, Epstein-Barr is just, they're bored. They're so bored with all their money and their time and their power, they don't know what to do. But I said it once before, but I can't believe it. And I digress for a moment, okay? I have to get away from the doors of perception. Tell me they're not eating little babies.
It's just in the paradox of this world, they might be.
That's there. See, we don't know. AI, we don't know what to believe anymore.
I don't know.
And we always defer, whatever, to Jon Stewart for the longest time. And he started a show 30 years ago on Comedy Central?
Yeah.
And he became the #1 newscaster.
Yeah.
The only one we trust for the news was Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
I rest the comics case. Now Bill Maher, he said, my people tune in because they get the news from me. At least I make them laugh a little while they're being tortured.
Right.
We're all being tortured.
Well, we're all being put in a CIA PSYOP experiment,
Exactly.
with the
That's
TV.
what we feel like.
Yeah, it's like, and we all think that we're in control.
No.
We all go around our day arguing with people.
No.
I'm right. I know I'm right. I saw this. This told me this. This told me that. You're being told what to say.
You know how much I love right and wrong.
Oh, why do you love it?
I've never been right. I've only been wrong. No, it's fine. Why do you think? No, why do you think I understand comic sense so well? I've never been right.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
But everybody can relate to this. Starting with my mom and dad. What kid is ever right with their mom and dad? I mean, the new generations are trying. Oh, you're right, and telling them now they're stroking them. Well,
they're stroking them.
Yeah, you're the greatest. You're never wrong. And little
You can
Billy,
be anything you want.
Exactly.
Be a zebra. Be a zebra. It's
You
okay.
can be a zebra.
We'll find drugs that make you grow a hoof.
I rest your case. So that's the reversal. Forget all these guys. They're wasting time talking. That's the reversal. So these millennials, I hate that name. I mean, they always give a name.
That's what I am.
Yeah, you're right on the cusp, right? More or less.
Yeah. I'm a millennial Gen Z hybrid.
God, look at that. You got all
I'm,
three.
I'm in the middle because I'm 93, and it was like I saw when the world didn't have cell phones, and I saw when it did, and I was like,
wow,
front lines. Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's why I love you. I mean, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's a sick world.
No, but you are, old soul, fillet of soul. You've got to have some of that in you to be able to respond to my sorry ass and my insane, because here's a beautiful thing. All my life, Ruko, he's crazy. I've been called crazy. And I embrace that because I found out very young that crazy meant the girls were attracted to you, but they couldn't tell you that, at least in my generation and then many generations after that. Oh, you're crazy. Meant, then I'd walk away and go, well, in the beginning, I'd go, well, she called me crazy. She doesn't like me. And I walk away and they go, where are you going?
Yeah, they like you even more now.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I turned my back on them. They love me even more.
What is it crazy? They want you to be a sheep. They want you to fin the pack. And they go, and when you walk outside of it, they go, "You're crazy, man."
You're crazy.
But all they want is someone to go outside of the pack.
God, listen
in their
to that.
deepest heart, they want someone to break free
Oh,
so
yeah.
they can break free themselves.
Oh my God, look at
So
that.
they'll call you crazy and
And
everything.
Rain wanted to talk about freedom. So Comic Sense, laughing at oneself, all the things we're selling is freedom. It's the only freedom we have. You got to get out of your own way, people. I don't care if it's Zen, flow, actors. You're an actor.
Art.
In the moment. Get the ego out of the way. Sports, sorry. You see these giant egos pounding on their chest? Give me a break. I told you before, you pound on your chest, you're on my team. I'll knock you out. You won't need the coach. Get on the bench. You should be making those 3-point shots. And they'll do it. You know this. You hate it as much. You love Boston. You love sports. They make a shot, a 3-point shot or whatever, dunk in the first quarter, and they start beating on their chest. Brother, you better have the game in hand.
Yeah.
That game better be won before you start pounding on your chest. That's a true winner. That's the killer instinct. Don't be beating on your chest and then lose the game. That is a moron.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of morons out there. But that's a whole nother subject.
Well, you know why God made so many morons? Because they're his favorite people. Yeah, I
Is
mean,
that right?
Yeah.
Well, we are getting dumber.
yeah. Well, that's
You know, the separation between rich and poor, how about smart and stupid? How about people that
almost
care and those that don't?
Oh well, that's
Okay. By the way, Ricky Gervais, let's digress for a second because I watched his, the YouTube of the Golden Globe.
okay.
And then they ask him back. He insults all the people in the front row. And he goes, he's on the podium and he goes,
Isn't he drinking a beer too?
oh, he's always drinking.
boozing,
He's always drinking.
Yeah.
That's why I love him. I'm an atheist. I'm drinking beer.
Yeah. You suck.
He
You're
just
this. You're that.
He just rants and rants.
it's great.
And he'll say something
Talk
about
freedom.
Yeah, oh, yeah, talk about freedom. And he's doing it to their face. They're 18 feet apart. And he goes, he'll say the rudest thing to whoever the number one, Tom Hanks, whoever it is, just like this. He'll say something about, let's say, Epstein. He goes, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
And, he's the only one. He goes, I don't care. And he keeps saying, I don't care. I know he's your friend.
Yeah.
I don't care. I know he's your friend. I don't care. And he just keeps saying it. Well, you want to know the funny part? One of my titles in my book, I couldn't care more.
Ooh.
That's where I'm screwed
Yeah.
because I care. But I also believe, and you tell me if you
know
think
my
you're right.
biography.
What?
My biography title? It's If I Didn't Care, I'd Be You.
You got to repeat that.
Yeah. If I write a biography, it's going to be called If I Didn't Care, I'd Be You.
Oh, God.
And it's going to be me on the front cover pointing
That's such a
at
great.
the person who looks at it.
That's such a great title. That's such a great. I love my titles.
I love them too.
Like, does my smile confuse you?
Of course. Yeah.
Title of my book, but the editor and publisher wouldn't buy it, so I had to change it to Philosophy. And then I had cards that said the comedy therapist.
Yeah.
So really, what at the end of the day we're selling is therapy, the ability to think, act in real life. Because although you're an actor, see Oscar Wilde, the world is a stage, but the play is badly cast. So I'm betting the farm that if people had a much grander, larger sense of humor, sense of playfulness,
Yeah.
their lives would be enhanced 80%.
And then I think it would then make everyone else's lives be enhanced as well.
It's domino.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we're all, God, it's just so beautiful. I mean, sometimes I'm left crying through my tears and then laughing at how beautiful something is.
Yeah.
And I think everybody's like that. In other words, if I can feel emotion, and I'd like to talk to you, I was going to talk about Friedrich Nietzsche, or Nietzsche, because I read in this book, The School of Life, Great Thinkers. So what I was telling you, and I think I mentioned it on last week's podcast, that in all these pages of a pretty thick book, none of these great thinkers throughout our history allude to, at least not long enough and deep enough, the value of comedy, comic sense, and humor. Because Aristotle, all these guys talked about tragedy. They sold tragedy, to be a tragic hero. You watch Gladiator, you watch Braveheart, and what do they do to those heroes? They chop up every part of their body. They kill their families. They do everything because they don't want freedom. Braveheart, wasn't it about freedom?
Yeah.
I mean, these are all amazing movies. And if you watch the heroic, tragic hero composed to the comic heroes, we missed the boat. Life, remember, you can control, we always talk about that. If you keep a very serious, fearful world, you can control them.
Yes.
But if they're playful and have a comic sense, you can't get to them.
Because they'll be curious.
They'll be curious, they'll be hungry.
Yes.
They'll go, no, you can't play that game with me.
Yeah.
I can interact with anybody. I can laugh at myself. You're telling me you can't laugh at yourself. You can't get out of your own way. I can.
And all of a sudden, you become infinite.
There you go. Look at it. You brought it full circle. And that's what acting, I told you, whether you're an actor or an athlete or anything else, the team concept. The ego, the main character, that actor or that athlete on basketball, football, whatever it is, he's got to bring up all of his teammates. That means he can't step onto the field to play and think it's all about him. Now, you may be thinking that your shit doesn't stink and you're the greatest thing since sliced bread, since ice cream, whatever example, metaphor you want to use. That's okay.
Yeah.
Think it internally, believe it to your heart, your soul, the bottom of your feet. But when you step on that court, no. Eliminate that and bring your teammates up. And that's beautiful.
Yeah, you. One of the things you said a couple years ago that really got to me was I was asking people, I go, what do they love about themselves the most? And you were the only person that said, my generosity.
Well,
and I think that the generosity
never
thing
changed.
is part of the curiousness. It's part of the infinite that you have within you that you can't let go. That is just you. That's what you resonate from.
Yeah, that's why I'm sitting here and doing all this nonsense. Because it is, if you don't have generosity of heart, spirit, soul, character, and I do believe, I know it's a quote, but I've always believed it, that your character is your destiny. People always,
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, your character, how you develop potential, I also said, is never, ever developed right up to the end. I'm getting better despite all my physical handicaps, despite my age, despite any number of things.
Yeah.
I've got to get better. Even when Rain and I had a little fight before we started the show, who was I angry at? Not her. My momentary anger at her that provoked me to say what I said, it only rebounded, came right back, boomerang to me.
Yeah.
You dumb ass. You stupid. How could you say, we all go through this, where we have a regret. That's why when people say, oh, I don't have any regrets. Oh, those people, God, they're the biggest liars. And I hate to say, I won't mention his name, but he runs the presidency. No accountability and never say you're wrong.
No.
No. And no, I've never made a boo-boo. I'm the greatest, and don't tell me I'm not the greatest because I'm the greatest. And don't you know when you meet greatness? I mean, I don't get it.
Well, Michael Jordan, he never says he's the greatest of all time.
That's maybe why he was the greatest.
I don't know. I think there's a little bit of something to that.
Well, Wilt never verbally said it, and he was my best friend. And now when I turn on all the YouTubes and all the channels, they're always trying to do this, which is stupid. You can't compare from 50, 60 years ago.
No, you can't.
Take a great athlete 50 years ago. If he were living today and he had all the diet, the trainer, the this, the that, a great athlete's going to be a great athlete in any period, really. How many more discussions are you going to have? Seriously. I mean, this is so simplistic that it's
And
like,
if he grew up in this time period, they would have been on him the training from a young age, the everything. I mean, he had nobody, you know? He had no training.
Is my microphone in here?
Yeah, it's on there.
Okay, let me take it off. Anyhow, I'm sorry I'm stripping down. It's so hot. Wait, testing. Are we still on?
Yeah.
No, that's the thing about comedy. I told Ray, and our producer, and
There you go.
my fiance, that was part of the problem. I just said, men and women, we were in a bar, and a man and a woman were having a little, dispute, let's call it.
Okay.
And I just, I just engage. And
You got in the middle of the dispute?
from behind, we were sitting at a lower table.
Risky.
Oh yeah, but I always do it, and I've always gotten away with it. That's the trickster, the jester, all the things I've been called.
Yeah.
I can get away with it. Well, how does Rucco get away with it? They use my size, or they'll use this or that. But at the end of the day, something about the people that I'm in, they can tell that I'm not doing it to be mean, to put them down,
To
be
take
an
his woman.
asshole, on in the negative. They can see that I'm actually trying to connect. That's very important.
Yeah.
And so when I said to them, and fortunately they both had a couple drinks in them, so I go, well, men and women weren't supposed to be able to get along. It's only, we're the only creature that doesn't get along, that keeps getting together sexually. Sexually. And then I told them about the praying mantis.
Yeah.
That after they have sex,
The woman rips his head off.
Yeah, the female is what, 10 times, 20 times the size?
Yeah.
She devours the male. And the black widow, I think, is a spider, is the same thing. Anyhow, they were laughing so hard. It was like end of the story.
Right.
It was just like, how are you going to argue with nature?
Can't.
Biology.
Right.
What's the story about is it the frog? The scorpion needs a ride
Yeah.
across the creek.
Yes.
And the scorpion, sells the frog. Come on, I need a little bump ride, a little jump.
Frog's like, no, you're going to sting me.
Yeah, and the frog says,
No, I'm not
no, you'll sting me. You're a scorpion. He said, no, I'm not lying.
He goes, all right.
And
all
they
right."
get across the creek, and scorpion stings the frog.
And they both sink to the bottom. And the frog, his dying breath, goes, why did you sting me? He goes, it's just my nature.
Just my nature. I mean, stories like this just remind you what we are.
The parable, the myth,
Yeah.
they are considered lies. They're considered not real. So therefore, they're not as important.
Well, let me ask you something right now. Can you see, because we've done, 5 or 6, 7 shows together. Can you see the beauty of what we're selling? And I always use the word selling, because everybody said, well, you're not selling it, you're, doing, no.
I mean, everyone's selling everything all the time.
Everybody's selling something all the time.
Yeah.
Okay? I just never wanted to be, all my life, everybody said, Rucco, you got to be another Tony Robbins. They always had a place they wanted to put me, and I'm like, most people don't know. I reread Ferdinand the Bull. Do you know the story of Ferdinand the Bull?
No.
Okay, Ferdinand the Bull was the biggest, baddest, everything. He was the greatest bull in the whole thing, and they're recruiting for the bullfighters.
Yeah.
And Ferdinand was just like me. Just wanted to smell the flowers and be a beach bum.
Yeah.
Like me. Play volleyball, be an idiot, and not work. Work as little as possible to just survive, get by. That's it. And, pay for my one extravagance, which is dining
Yeah.
and drinking good grape juice. That's it. Short of that, everybody said, oh, well, even my mom and dad, you can imagine. Oh, by the way, to our lovely audience, all 4 of you, It's okay. It'll grow, like my nose. I forgot what I was going to say. You know, sometimes I make myself laugh that
then
I
you're
can't continue on.
You're on a different plane.
Yeah, but I watched this. I got a new guy, Orny something.
Orny?
Orny, that's his name. He's a stand-up comic. No, I love this guy, and he goes on millennials, and he goes on how stupid you guys are killing us, the millennials.
Oh, yeah.
And he doesn't attack his audience directly. He'll pick out one or two, but he's my new guy because he's just so much fun. And then Stanhope.
Oh, I've heard of Stanhope.
Oh no, Stanhope is he only can do it drunk, and I believe he's being sincere.
Yeah.
He's chain smokes. He's always holding a beer or a glass. He's of course brilliant. He's brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the comic mind. We're going to actually make people smarter because we're talking. What do we say? Comedy, we know, is for those who think. Tragedy is for those who feel. So we're both. So we're trying to help people control their emotions. And I was reminded, Oprah, one of her favorite quotes, she has two of them, is, I forget the writer, but it doesn't matter, I'll get to it. Oprah's favorite quote is, humor is emotional chaos remembered in tranquility.
We talked about this last time.
We're always going to talk about it. And I don't mind repeating because that's reflection.
Yeah.
So Socrates, a life without reflection is not worth living. And even Socrates, which I also said, he didn't go far enough. Know thyself? What's the best way to know thyself?
Laugh at thyself.
I rest your case. Or maybe my case. Did somebody say something?
Computers are talking to us.
Oh, the computer. Oh, I love it. Oh, that was AI.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, AI wants to get on everything. Well, we are being monitored 24 hours a day, so what does it matter? So, again, we're going to survive, Abe and I. A&I, if they eradicate people, they'll probably, let's keep these few human beings that
That are funny.
are that know how to laugh at themselves.
Because computers can't laugh.
No sense of humor.
No sense of
Yet.
humor.
Coming soon, perhaps. But it's very important right now. They can't do that.
Yeah.
Rain said to me, you know, my shoulder, right? You know, pain is the great teacher, humor is the great healer. The whole thrust and theme of my life.
Right.
My titles, I like my pain straight. You can't Google that. Get your pain early, avoid the rush.
Yeah.
So at 16, I had so much pain, I didn't know what to do. Tore up my left knee or my right knee. And you can't say the word cripple. I was a beautiful cripple.
Oh, God.
I was 6'5", I was 225 pounds. Giving all these gifts, I could do anything with a ball.
Were you batting 700 or something?
796 in baseball. At 14, if somebody took me,
batting 800.
I'd make old Salami, Otani look like a child's
Wait,
play.
what was that
and
like?
I was a switch hitter. He's not even a switch hitter. And by the way, I could pitch, throw 150 pitches, and hit 4 home runs.
I mean, what was
Come
that
on.
like? Was this just natural? This was just
Of
pick
course,
the bat up?
everybody has a gift.
Yeah.
That was my gift. I was a total retard. I hated school.
Right.
My parents said, "What are we going to do?" Well, I've got some great quotes from my father, which we can use before we'll start another show because this is so much fun. But let's end it, and you could add your input. My dad said like 2 or 3 things which I worship. I've said many times. Son, you can't play your life away. He's 100% wrong. I played my life away. Daryl, someone must have left you on our doorstep. You're no son of mine. Now, I didn't need psychotherapy, but if you say that to a psychiatrist, they go, "Oh, well, we need to talk about
mess you up."
Yeah, that's right. I bet it's like Rain. Father was absent first 8 years of her life. Her mother worked in a store. She grew up to be the healthiest female I've ever met. And you know what her greatest gift is? She can laugh at herself.
It's the best.
That's the thing. She's born in Mexico. I've said it before on air. Born in Mexico. So the first night I met her, I go, "Oh," I asked her where she's from. She goes, Mexico. I said, oh, you're a beaner.
Oh my god!
Exactly. In our PC insane world,
And what did she say?
she was laughing. She
Yeah,
couldn't talk. She was laughing harder than I was.
Yeah.
And I go, well, that's the girl for me.
That worked out. Yeah. that could have went south quick.
It's going to got 1,000.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Especially since
All right, I'm in. I mean, that's good.
she's your age. She's
Yeah.
God, I hate that. I'm not going to say it. Starts with an M. Anyhow, let's see. What was the other one? Someone must have left you on our doorstep.
But he had to have said some things to you that were like, because you were bringing people over to the house. I mean, you had a loving relationship to so many people.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he had to have said something to you about what.
Well, my dad was very Italian. He loved all the thousands of girls, young girls.
Right, of
I brought.
course.
And I brought him over for him.
Of course.
He became the most charming. It was like I wasn't even in the room.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about holding their hands, getting up, which he would never do, and wait. You know, do you want some more mashed potatoes? Oh, yes, my wife, my mother, she's the greatest cook and the whole thing. But are you okay? You know, I mean, he just.
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean,
He was a guy.
so Italian.
Yeah.
He only lived to be 102.
That's very Italian.
Well, no, but I
Because
mean,
the stubbornness to live is just. Yeah, I mean, it's just.
Oh, by the way, I told Rain, our producer, my fiance, I have to allude to that till I get her full time with us talking. But I told her the story of my dad. He was like, I don't know, in his 80s or maybe his 90s. I took him to his urologist.
Okay.
So I had to take him, because he was a little handicapped at the time, into the room for the inspection. I call it an inspection. So for the first time in my life, I got to see my dad's anaconda,
Yeah.
his schlong.
Now you know where you got it.
Oh my God. And my dad could handle so much pain. You know that tube they stick down your little pee hole?
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you haven't gone through that yet,
I have.
yeah. But my doctor didn't tell me either. And I went, whoa! Just like, so I'm staring at my dad's pinnacle.
Yeah.
And I'm going, oh my God. So I tell Rain the story, and that my mom never liked to travel, never liked to leave home. Do you know her first response? She goes, well, no wonder your mom never wanted to leave home.
Right.
No, how great is that story? How great is that story?
amazing.
This is what I'm telling you. I'm crying.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
I'm crying here. It makes a lot of sense. It just comes out of her.
Yeah.
And when it just comes, so if people realize they have to laugh, even these poor idiots that are masturbating to pornography, guys, you got to
The
get
gooners.
out. The hooter?
The gooners.
They call them gooners?
That's what they're called now.
God, see, we put a label on
I love
everything.
it. Because that's such a derogatory term.
Oh God,
Gooner?
it's horrific. Well, millennials ugly. They're all
Yeah.
ugly. Any ism, I hate all isms. I hate labels of so many different kinds.
Yeah.
People, you can't put a label on somebody. We're not canned goods. We're already being separated, divided. We're numbers. We're this. Do you know when I call?
So
now?
divided.
Oh no, when I call, this is so rude. I call a pharmacy, or I call this, or I call a doctor, I call whoever. They don't even ask. Now the names are, what's the word? Superfluous. They ask me my birth date. It's numbers. Oh, just tell me. I don't need your name.
Yeah.
What's your? Remember what I told you I did in the gym? Because I saw all these dead people walking around after years of going to the same gym. Nobody will make eye contact. I'd say hello, try and engage, and I'm the friendliest guy in the gym. And, maybe a little here, a little there, but nothing. So finally I got so fed up trying to connect with these dead people, I just walked up to him, and I go, excuse me, what year did you die?
Yeah, my favorite.
Isn't that great? Well, that's where you got your other title, about caring.
Yeah.
If you don't care about your fellow man or woman, what are you?
Yeah.
You're just another piece of shit.
The best note I got in my acting was that I did this thing and I was like, I just want to be good. I just want to be good, you know. And the guy and the teacher, he looked at me, he goes, you care a lot. He goes, you care a lot about this. And then he proceeded to rip up my performance into shreds.
Critique.
Yeah, he
I love that
critiqued, yeah.
word. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
We're going to make this show longer. I
So
don't care.
it was one of those things where he was like, I'm going to give you the best compliment I can give because what's going to happen after is going to hurt. And it was, but I was so, but you know what, saying that thing to me, it meant the world to me because I knew what that meant.
Yeah.
Because so many people come into this thing and they don't care about it.
And they can't take criticism.
Yeah,
at
and
all.
they care about other things around it. And that's life. You meet people all the time that care about certain things that you don't care about the same, but it's worse when you meet somebody that doesn't care about anything. The Big Lebowski, nihilist.
First time I ever heard nihilist mentioned in a movie. It's so true. And now you reminded me of the 3 C's. We have a lot of ABCs, I do. But it's comedy, criticism, clarity. So if you can take being criticized, you'll eventually have clarity. And you add the comedy portion, which is laughing at yourself, to learn to evolve, to transcend other people's opinions and thoughts
Yeah.
about you. It's only what you care about yourself, and the most important thing is be true to thyself. And you can't be true to yourself if you can't laugh at yourself.
Because you know what you can do when you laugh at yourself? You develop almost like a emotional callus
Yes.
to the hurt. Because
Yeah.
hurt people. So when a hurt person will try to hurt you,
Lash out.
lash out,
That's right.
that ability to laugh at yourself, you've developed that callus
That's
that protects you and also allows you to engage the other person in a way that helps them.
It's, telling you, Tony, that's why you're sitting here, because you know how to respond, and it's so important that you respond from your world and your age and all that stuff, because it's always about turning the wagon around, turning negative into a positive as quickly as possible.
That's my favorite
And
thing.
that's why I love humor and comedy, and I could take criticism because I immediately, in a very short time, learned how to turn all negativity in any form into positive. So when my dad and mom or anybody said all that, because my dad was a great disciplinarian, which is
Yeah.
what every male needs to do for their son.
Yeah.
The father has to, we've lost that. The father has to discipline the children. The mother is there to nurture. That should never change.
Yeah.
She can also discipline, she can do all that stuff. But when you lose respect and manners and grace and charm and curiosity and all that stuff, that's why we always talk about there's only 2 kinds of people, childlike and childish.
Yeah.
So we're trying to do everything to bring people back to their childlike spirit. Because people out there, if you're going to have children or if you have young kids now, man, you got to preserve that child spirit and stop torturing them. I don't care where they're born. Stop throwing dogmas down their way and introduce them to as many things as you can. Sports, art, whatever it is, the child will tell you what they love to do.
Right.
And try and support them in that area.
I know. And also at the same time, don't let them be the parent.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
That way you got to stop. That's most important. The kids are telling the parents, I'm 8 years old. Mommy, Daddy, I don't like my penis.
this.
I want to have a vagina. And they go along with that?
And they said, oh, I'm just supporting my kid. It's like, no, you're...
Supporting your kid. This is insane. I mean, the fact that we're even joking or talking about it, I guess we're not joking. Because
Who buys them the clothes?
Exactly.
Who buys them this? Who tells them they can do it? Who gets them the surgery? Who buys them the stuff? The parent is the one that is turning their kid into the gender they want.
100%.
It
Starts with the parents.
If a kid, like, this is what I don't understand. I would tell my mom that I'm a knight fighting dragons in my basement, but I don't have a suit of armor when I grow up. She didn't buy it for me. Why? She destroyed who I was. It's like, no, it's because I'm not. There's a life that we all have to accept, and acceptance is one of the things that generations before this generation now had to learn.
Yeah.
Everyone had to accept the limitations of what it was that they were going to, and they surrendered to that.
Yeah.
And that's why people were more human.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people growing up, they have everything they want. They have all the connection to everything. They got all the info. They got all the answers.
Yeah.
And they'll accept what they think is right.
Yeah, which leads them to believe they're the smartest person in the room and they're the dumbest. So that's a really huge point, Tony, which you always make. That's why I love what we're doing. I mean, the only thing that keeps me going, it's not we have 3 or 4 views. I love making fun of myself and the stupid shit that I have to look at.
Well, you'll probably do you were probably born posthumously.
Some men are born posthumously. We don't have time. We'll get to Nietzsche. Sure. Yeah, we found out that Nietzsche, all these people that Jordan, all these people on other podcasts reference, the way it's called in the Great Thinkers is phonetically Knee, like knee, share, Cher, Nietzsche. I'm
That's
telling
great.
you.
We've been doing
so
it wrong
what
the whole
book do you
time.
believe? This is what I mean.
I don't believe.
Should I believe the Bible or the Quran? Should I believe this or should I believe that?
the dictionary?
So the
or-
geography of where I'm born,
Yeah.
people, can you see that geography might play a little part in your life and you're old enough now?
This has got to be where art is going next.
It's got to be.
What is real and what isn't? What is true? What can we find to be true?
Exactly. And you got to find it for yourself.
And it could be, and then that means it's different for everybody.
It's every truth. 4 people see a car wreck,
Yeah.
you may have 4 different opinions. By the way, that's why I'm so happy I've never been in court. A jury of my peers, there is no such thing.
No.
I'm like Nietzsche.
Yeah.
I love his book, Why I Am So Wise. That's beautiful. Well, to be continued. Now we're going to sign off, and I'm going to bring Rain in but our next show is going to be on Friedrich Nietzsche,
Perfect.
because we can get a lot of mileage out of that.
Stay human, keep the change.
I don't laugh because life is easy. I laugh because I see the mind can sell you stories, then charge you rent to be free. They call it normal to panic, to worship the loudest fear. But a thought becomes a prison the moment you hold it near. So I ask one honest question, not to win, just to wake. Is this truth I'm believing, or just memory and ache? I use humor like a flashlight in a room full of certain lies. Comic sense isn't comedy, it's sight with a smile in its eyes. Critical thinking is mercy, consciousness is breath and release. If you can laugh at the story, you can finally step into peace. Sometimes I'm quiet and listening to a child asking, is love safe? I don't fix him with answers, I stay and give him space. So laugh, not to escape, but to see what's always been true. Nothing real is against you, and life is quietly loving you. Does my smile confuse you, or remind you you're here? Does my smile confuse you,